Hey everyone, welcome back to the Justfly channel. My name is Jay and I'm the host of this channel. Let's not waste any more time before we get in. Make sure you like and subscribe and also comment down below. Let's get straight in. The developers over at Fly2High has released Savannah Hilton Head International Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The airport is a public and military use airport located 8 miles northwest of Savannah, Georgia, and around 45 miles southwest of Hilton Head Island, located in South Carolina. The airport serves the coastal Georgia region and parts of South Carolina, including the popular tourist destination of Hilton Head Island. Included with the product is handmade textures, accurately modeled, and plenty of surrounding details. Fly2High also says that the airport has been optimized for very good performance as well. If you'd like to, you could pick this up from the iniBuilds store for £14.99, and that includes taxes and VAT. After teasing the airport on their social media for the past couple of months, Simulaions has finally released their Vilnius airport scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Vilnius International Airport is the main gateway to the capital of Lithuania, located only a few miles away from the city centre. The airport can be tracked into its roots back from 1932, when it was primarily served as a domestic airport after being converted into a military airport during World War II. The airport then returned to a passenger operational airport and has been expanded into an international airport. Today, this one runway airport serves as a hub for Airbaltic and a focus city for GetJet Airlines, Ryanair, and Wizz Air. In January 2023, the construction of a larger departure terminal has been committed, which is scheduled to be completed in early 2025. In the true fashion of Simulaions, the Valencia airport has been remodeled to a highly accurate and detailed representation of the real-life airport. The scenery features a detailed terminal complete with interior modeling, custom night lighting, and surrounded cities, and also environmental objects. To further immerse flight simmers in the experience, Simulaions has also included a custom shuttle train, realistic sounds, and dozens of animated airport objects. Overall, this is a great scenery for virtual pilots who are looking to expand into the less known but equally beautiful parts of Europe. You could purchase this airport scenery from the iniBuilds website for £17.61. At long last, the seated passengers update for GSX is finally here. Version 3.0 is a major new version of GSX and brings with a whole host of updates that will make the simulator experience more immersive. The biggest enhancement with this update is the inclusion of the seated passengers in your virtual cabin. Starting with the Phoenix A320, the new seated passengers will board with your aircraft and then sit in their seats within a virtual space. The passenger models have been custom animated, holding their books, game consoles, and magazines. If you're worried about performance, the team did say that once the passengers are seated, they then become with the aircraft and GSX is no longer in control of them until you arrive at your destination. Furthermore, if you would like to close your cockpit door, then the passengers will be quote-unquote unloaded and not rendered. As mentioned, the initial aircraft that this is compatible with at this present moment is the Phoenix A320 Block 2, but more aircrafts will be added over time. This is an optional feature and you'll need to go into the settings of GSX to opt in so you could use it. In addition, the cabin crew models have been updated. Plus, there are now 227 uniforms your cabin crew could be in. This is all based on your airline livery that you are flying. Boarding sound effects are now different and very dependent on the region of the airline. GSX Pro version 3 is now available for all of you to download free of charge if you have GSX Pro, as obvious. It includes a lot of fixes and changes for all versions, improving the overall experience. I'll leave a link if you haven't got GSX Pro already for you to purchase it, and I'll also leave the link for the changelog of it as well. DJ Choice on the beat. After a set of initial teaser images that were shared from the community several weeks ago, iniBuilds has today announced that they are working on the Nairobi Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is also known as Hotel Kilo Juliet Kilo. The news, which was announced on the iniBuilds forum post and social channels earlier today, came along with further preview screenshots and also this video that you now see on screen from the airport's LAN and air slides, as well as feature lists. Though there is no release date at this present time, but in typical iniBuilds fashion, it will probably be out within the next couple of weeks or couple of days. In this airport, you could expect handmade ground textures with crisp and bespoke texture sets, that is including runways, aprons, paths, and roads. You could expect to get true to life airport landslides recreation with custom ground decals, signposts, vegetation, parking barriers, and much more. Accurate modeled and positioned dynamic airport lighting, highly detailed models of all airport building objects and surroundings, up-to-date airport layout reflecting the current real-world location, an official GSX profile included in the scenery folder, LOD optimization for every model to encourage best performance as possible, the usage of the latest Microsoft Flight Simulator SDK features to allow for the best optimization and performance possible, as well as the LOD, full iniBuilds manager compatibility to configure your scenery for the best possible performance as well, and last but not least, bespoke taxi signage as it is real world. iniBuilds says that to round it off, this will be aiming to release very soon. Now, just from seeing about this airport and watching the video, it seems like it's going to be a very detailed airport, and it seems like with this very detailed airport, they've also decided to add a lot of performance. So let's hope for the best of this airport. Aviotek Simulaions has released their much anticipated render of Frankfurt main international airport. The developers previously created Frankfurt for X-Plane 11 and 12 and has a way to thank their users for continuous support. This is why they're bringing out the free version for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Aviotek Frankfurt Airport features custom models, textured buildings in a fashion that the team claims to be payway-like. The apron has been enhanced with support for GSX, but also with that, they've also done custom ground service equipment such as pushback vehicles, luggage carts, and tractors, also buses, and much more. The terminal building features a terminal-like interior, and the developer has also said that they've added points of interest, although they did not elaborate on which ones they've done. Now, you could install and download the Aviotek Simulations Frankfurt International Airport free of charge from the Orbx Direct store. FoxGolf Design, a debut to their world of flight sim sceneries, have announced on their Facebook page their first scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator will be Rome Ciampino, also known as Lima India Romeo Alpha. In this short announcement, FoxGolf Design says that the project is still in early stages, but they are working hard to deliver an immersive and detailed scenery. Along with sharing 5 preview screenshots, the developer says that there will be further updates on the progress of the scenery as they continue developing. Backwood Studios is doing their name justice with the expansion of their scenery library. The latest release coming from the developer is Glenswinton Aerodrome Airport, also known as Echo Golf Delta Whiskey. It is a small, privately owned airstrip located in the UK. The airfield tracks into its roots back from World War I, but nowadays the location hosts a login operation. Backwood Studios has decided to keep the aviation spirit in their scenery alive and has admitted to login operations found here in the real world. Backwood Studios Airport is now available through the Orbx Direct store for $14.49. TechnoBrain's latest release takes us to Yao Airport located in Osaka. Yao Airport is a second-class airport or regional preferable airport. Despite this, Yao Airport does not have any regular scheduled flights. The airport is however regularly used by flight schools, flying clubs, and charter services. The airport is also utilized by the Japan Ground Self-Defense Force, who has a base at the airport. TechnoBrain's rendering of this airport has been realistically recreated and comes with features such as PBR texturing, realistic taxiway signs and ground markings, and also landmark buildings. Since the airport is located in a busy and large city of Osaka, the developer has also had to take performance into account. TechnoBrain's Yao Airport is officially available for €19.99 to the sim market. Orbx is back with a brand new large international airport in the United States. Detroit Metropolitan Airport serves the area in and around the Michigan, United States. The airport has been in development for over 2 years now, and versions are coming to X-Plane 12 and Microsoft Flight Simulator. Further to the airport being in development, Landmarks Detroit will also make it available, giving you the chance to add the city to your airport package. An indie developer from Orbx has been leading the charge of this magnificent task for around 2 years now, and work is nearly at completion. Expect plenty of features like a detailed terminal buildings, accurate ground layouts, stands, and airport-specific ground service equipments. Every building has been custom made for the best experience possible, and everything has been done to ensure that there is minimal performance impact. Included with the Landmarks Detroit will be 52 custom buildings that represent the city itself. This includes large amounts of details across the waterfronts and industrial areas along the Detroit River. There are also general buildings and models for cranes, vehicle structures, and much more. It will be coming to both X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator. Orbx says that the Landmarks project will be released first, followed by the airport. It is not clear when this will be released though, but Orbx did say that it will be released sooner than later. Expect both products to be in some sort of bundle deal in the near future. And that is it for today's Microsoft Flight Simulator news. Now, as I said inside the post previously that this video is uploaded on a Saturday, I'm just trying to work out what kind of time and schedule this should be on at this moment, as I'm trying to juggle around a few things so I can get a few more things uploaded very shortly. But that is it from today's Microsoft Flight Simulator. As I said, this has been your boy Jay, and make sure that you like and subscribe and comment down below what you think you would like to see as well. And as always, happy flying.